welcome back. Today we're looking at creepy images. Ooh. We're gonna look at creepy images until I get creeped. And if I don't get creeped, we're just gonna keep going forever, I guess. Let's change this to a creepier color. That's supposed to be red, but it looks pink. Just pretend it's red. I always go right to sleep after I film these. I always look at a bunch of creepy images and scary videos, and then I'm like, okay, time for bed. And you'd think I'd have some wacky dreams, but I really don't. It's almost disappointing. You'd think I would. Anyway, let's jump into it. Post number 1. Mickey and Minnie, 1939. Bro. We've talked a lot about how everything that was supposed to be cool for kids from like the 30s and onward, and probably before that as well, just why is it so scary? These are horrifying. Like, obviously it's just people wearing a mask, but the mask doesn't look anything like Mickey Mouse or even just a mouse, you know? What is this? This poor child is having just about as much fun as you'd think he would be. Zero fun. This kid also looks like he could be 45 years old, but that's 1939 for you, am I right? Ew. A close-up of a longhorn beetle's face. Also, why does it look perfectly flat? Dude, this makes me uncomfortable. It's so high definition that it looks like it could actually be this size. I am curious, though, to see a bunch more. Maybe I'm not. Not enough to actually look it up, but I'm curious to see what more like bugs' faces look like with this sort of high definition zoom. But I'm not going to look it up. And if you find it, don't send it to me. I don't want to see it. Nova Scotian Mall insists giant tree will only eat 3 to 4 kids max this Christmas. This is definitely a joke, right? It's a joke, right? Never been to Nova Scotia. Maybe the trees do be eating kids up there. I don't know. Of all things to add to your tree, like they decorated it with so many ornaments and they were like, what's this missing? We got the ornaments, we got the lights, we got the star on top. What does this need? Oh, I know. A giant, scary looking face that can eat kids. I would love some context, but I don't think we're gonna get any. Is this a tradition? The old child eating tree? Is that like a little quirky Christmas tradition up there? I mean, around here we just leave milk and cookies out for Santa. But, you know, different strokes for different folks and all that. Old Finnish diving suit. All right, yeah. Yeah, okay. Why does it look like that? This does look creepy, but like imagine this thing moving around on its own. Like you could make a whole horror movie about old Finnish diving suits coming to life and, I don't know, taking you for a swim, for instance. Taking you for a little dive. You know, drowning you. Every old-timey diving suit I've ever seen looks horrifying. They all look so scary, and this is like a whole new one I've never seen before. And guess what? It looks scary. It reminds me of Oogie Boogie or whatever. Yeah, this guy from Nightmare Before Christmas. Right? Come on, right? Actually, it doesn't look like that at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. It really actually doesn't. I'm not just saying that. It looks nothing like that. Anyway, let's move on. Cheers. Yikes. What is this? Is this like a regular photo? What's wrong with her eye? I mean, maybe there's nothing wrong with it. Maybe it's just a glass eye. I'm sorry to be so rude and inconsiderate. This looks like a real photo that just happened to be scary, right? I mean, you could have added this in, of course, with a little Photoshop, make it look scarier, but like, I believe that you could just take this photo. I mean, no offense. Sometimes people that are that old look kind of scary, you know? Like, that's a really big mouth, so maybe there's some Photoshop going on here, but I've seen some scary old people. Like, I'm talking really old people. And of course, I'm not like jumping at the sight of them like, oh my gosh, you're so scary. Not like that. But like, I've seen some scary looking old people, you know? So this could be legit. This could be an in-lens photo. I believe that. And if that is true, terrifying. And if someone made this, also terrifying. Well done. Inside of a plane after hours. Oh, interesting. I've never seen this view before, right? The only time I've ever been on a plane, the lights are on, of course, and there's people on it, of course. But yeah, this is kind of freaky because it really is just a long hallway. It's like a long tube full of chairs. I mean, obviously, but it's always so like lively in there. There's always so much movement and people getting their bags out, and yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's weird to see. Whoa, dude, that's crazy, man. Weird. I want one though. An airplane. Grandpa's basement looks like a backrooms level. Grandpa's basement? What does his house look like if his basement is like a SCP facility? If there's anything I've learned from like horror movies and horror games is that these skinny metal doors never go anywhere good. Never, ever, ever. It's an old door that should probably stay closed. They're like probably small, like cells. So why? The best possibility is that he lives in like an industrial type building that was converted into an apartment complex, and they're saying that the basement of the building looks like this. Like, this can't be Grandpa's basement. There's not like a normal house above this. The poster could just be totally lying too. That's always a possibility. This could have nothing to do with Grandpa. Grandpa could be in one of these cell blocks for all we know. Grandpa could be in the air vents for all we know. Grandpa could be the guy posting this photo because this is the basement he wishes he had. Think about that. I don't know how this could be your basement. This is alarming if this is your basement. I would not trust Grandpa if he was like, yeah, I bought this property. It's 11 bedrooms. And you go to his apartment and there's only one bedroom. And you're like, huh, I thought you said it was 11 bedrooms. Like, oh yeah, the 10 other bedrooms are in the basement with little metal doors. But yeah, I think this is just an industrial building. And they just like decided to lie on the internet.
You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Hi, friends. And then Jessica was all over Brad, but she's actually into Derek. Ha 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 ha. So nice talking to you. Finally, home. Time to crawl in bed. Take my mask off, dude. And this is me for real. The drawing of this creature is like a little creepy, but this is such like a I'm 14 and this is deep type thing. This is not me at all. In fact, this is me. All right? This is me, and this is me. And this is me because dental health is important. And this is gonna be me as soon as I finish filming. Peeping Tom. He's a couple stories up. I wonder what's gonna happen. Yikes. Dang, that was scary. Yeah, we talked about that same thing last time, how like I'm on the 3rd floor and if I ever heard a knock at my window, it would freak me out because that should not happen. I sleep right next to the window. Bro, if I ever woke up to a knock on my window, that would be it for me. I'd be done. Nana's just having a nap. Nana? What are you doing? I mean, maybe Nana's running from some major demons, you know? See, this is the kind of person who when she was young, she'd put like posters of like boy bands on the wall. Of course, I think she's probably too old to have been around for like boy bands. Maybe like Elvis. I don't know. She had major Elvis. She's probably too old for that too, actually. But you know what I mean. This is like the weird Nana equivalent of like a teenage girl putting boy band posters up. Some people just have it deep in their nature to put men on the wall. And I'm not saying it's just like women putting men on the wall. I'm talking like anyone can do it. You judge this lady probably for being a little kooky, but I bet you got anime figurines in your room, Buster. I mean, Jesus is not an anime figurine. I'm not saying, you know what I mean. We're moving on. I was sitting at my desk after hours and all the lights went off at the same time. Everyone else had left already. Ooh. And so just the red exit signs were on. We talk about it every single time, but the feeling when the lights go off, like the power goes out, there's like that second of panic of like, this isn't supposed to happen. It's now dark. And granted, like as an adult, my first thought isn't like, oh my gosh, the ghosts are gonna get me. It's usually like, dang, this is annoying. I hope this doesn't last too long because the food in my fridge is gonna go bad. Like it's just boring adult stuff. It's not about ghosts anymore. But the lights go out, except for the red lights, the scariest color light. You better believe I'll be thinking about ghosts. Maybe even demons. You never know. Ghosts, demons, poltergeists. What's the difference? I don't really know. Once they're chasing me, I don't really care what they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your name is. If you're trying to kill me, I'm just going to run. Skull of Mary Magdalene. Ew, yuck, this is disgusting. But it looks like a cool Halo helmet, doesn't it? Yeah, this helmet from Halo Reach. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I don't know why this needs to exist. When I die, please don't put my skull in a plastic case. Please grind my bones into bone meal and use them to grow trees just like in Minecraft. Seems like a nice use for me. I can still be useful after I'm gone. Do not put me in a glass case. I don't want to look at you. I don't want you looking at me. This is freaky. I don't like this at all. A dental chair from a room at Eastern State Penitentiary, considered to be one of the most haunted places in the USA. I'm not gonna argue with that. This looks pretty haunted. I don't love the end of the hallway nature of this spot here. You like walk down a corridor to this lone chair. This is like from a time where they used basically just garden tools to work on your teeth. They just had like a pair of shears and like a shovel, and they were like, all right, time to get those cavities out, huh? Burned NASA spacesuit. Yikes. That looks pretty creepy. Update on the murder house. Oh yeah, okay. So a couple months ago we saw this post, and it was someone who bought this house and ripped up the carpet, and there was these big stains by the door and also in the living room. And a lot of people were like, it could just be like, it could be this, could be that. Anyway, we got an update here with some new photos. Okay, still looks concerning. Still looks concerning. Not as concerning. You can see it's more just like, it's more the wood discoloring it. Like this piece of wood, it just looks like yellow. It looks like it could have just been like dogs peeing in the carpet and it kind of just sitting there. I don't know what this is a picture of, but looks gross. I can't really see what they're trying to show me here, but it looks concerning. Some more weird splatters and things. Ooh, a list of names. Not what you want to see. Eliza, Stella, Claire. Claire? Or Clane? Yeah, this house just does not look good. Ooh, gosh. Yeah. So did you not know this looked like this before you bought it? Because if you bought this house and then you were like, oh shoot, there's a hole in the ceiling right to the attic. That's a problem. And that also is kind of on you. I assume you got a good deal on it. But yeah, this is no good. It looks like a wall, right? This looks like sheetrock. So maybe it was behind the wallpaper? I don't know. I don't know. Stuff like this is weird to look at because we never get the context. We just got some more photos. We'll probably never know what the conclusion is, but the pieces we've been given and the little information we've been told doesn't look great. More Disney stuff. Okay, Mickey Mouse again, but somehow worse. There's the same picture again. That poor child man. Yikes, what is going on? What are you guys doing? Someone back then had to think this was creepy. Discovery in Grandpa's old photo book. What is going on here, man? The theme of this week's video is just old people do be up to some weird stuff. Although in this case, it was a young kid who's now an old person. So old people are up to some weird stuff and have been since a young age. They're like, they perfected it by now. They're the pros. So why was there a guy dressing up like a polar bear that you could like pose with? This doesn't even look like a polar bear. It looks like a nightmare, doesn't it? It looks like there's blood on its face. Like, shouldn't it be all white? Why is there like stuff on its face? And the kid wanted to pose with him. How sweet. Isn't that nice? 4,000-year-old cave paintings in Australia. Hell yeah, dude. These are sick. The vibes are immaculate. This is like some goofy like classroom doodling, you know? This is probably like some ancient god that the natives believed in or something, but this just looks like something I would draw if I could draw. There's nothing creepy about this at all. It's just kind of silly and wacky, and probably more significant than I'm giving it credit for, but I like this. I'd put this up on the wall. This looks like some sick album art, doesn't it? Kind of like maybe lame of me to say that about 4,000-year-old art in a cave, but this kind of goes hard, doesn't it? I kind of like this. The people who live in couches. Weird AI-generated face. Don't love it? You will probably never see them, and reportedly only a few ever did. The people who live in couches, an ominous presence at night. If you look carefully, you just might spot a glimpse. There's no room in my couch, dude. If anyone's living in there, they are very uncomfortable. This is what it feels like to hit your funny bone on something, like really hard. Siberian bear hunting armor, 1800s. It's like porcupine armor, but why are you hunting the bears? I assume if you're out there hunting a bear with like, I don't know, a sword or like a musket or whatever they had, depending on how early in the 1800s this is, yeah, you're gonna want some armor. Personally, my advice would be to just don't hunt the bears. I feel like if you can make this armor, you probably don't need bear fur, you know? I mean, I'm just thinking like video game logic, like if you could make the like spiky, this looks like some high level armor, doesn't it? You don't need the like fur armor anymore. You've moved past that. But like imagine this guy in your house. Like what would you even do? This guy's undefeatable. He's covered in spikes. What sort of emotion does my recent horror art provoke? silly feelings. This is not scary at all. I love your style. I love your style. Yeah, this is nice. That one's not as nice as the other ones, but they're all pretty nice. This one is fun. Why'd you give them such kind eyes if you were trying to scare me? You know? I live alone. Ooh. Footsteps go up. Footsteps go away. We've seen a different image like this, and last time I said, and I stand by it, wouldn't you rather know someone did this than not know? Like the snow kind of helped you out here. Because this could happen to your door any day there's not snow and you would have no idea. The snow just told on them, which in my eyes says, A, you know now, so you can kind of like be a little extra suspicious, you know, check out the windows, make sure your doors are locked kind of thing. And B, I think that the snow would deter someone with ill intentions from walking up and looking in and walking away because they know you're going to know. Of course, if it was like a crazy person, then they're not going to care at all. But like this makes me feel not so bad. It would still freak me out, I think. Just a curtain in a window. Yikes. Your curtain needs to be put out of its misery. Dang, did that actually just happen like that? You didn't like move it at all? It looks like a perfect, weird, stretchy, fleshy face just hanging through the window. That looks terrifying. This would be so startling if you were entering this room and then you flip the lights on to reveal this out of the corner of your eye. Like, dude, that would give me the scare. That would give me a fright. For sure. I would be frighted. Warming up. Aww. Look at this little guy, chilling with his little shiny ghost friend. What a sweet combo. Gosh, I wish this was me. Let's go ahead and end with that one. I never got creeped, but maybe that was too much to ask. I think my getting creeped days are over. Speaking of getting creeped, I went to VidCon last weekend and got to hang out with a giant creeper. No, not Dr. Disrespect, an actual giant creeper, like from Minecraft. It was kind of sick. I got a little tattoo and everything. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you're one of the like 5,000 new people who just subscribed last week because my last video blew up, thanks for being here. Thanks for not only finding me and watching my last video, but then choosing to stick around and then giving my very next video a try and watching it to the end. Holy smokes. Did we just become best friends? Anyway, I appreciate you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It does help me out. I know you've heard it a billion times, but it's true. And I will see you next weekend. Hopefully with a special video. Bye-bye. I'm going to bed now. Good night.